Don't work too hard out there. I will work as hard as I find acceptable. You mind your own dang business. Opinion on Xillia 2? I played it once about 8 years ago. Plan to play it again at some point because it's been way too long. I remember being largely disappointed, but thinking by the end of it that the game was fine. But as far as a sequel to a game as amazing as Xillia had been, it was a major letdown because the story wasn't nearly as good or as fluid, and it did not focus on the Xillia cast as much as it should have for being a Xillia sequel. Instead, it focused on a small child and a silent protagonist, which was a horrible decision by the devs to take it that way. They should be down around the Sandinas Ravine at this point. Meet up with them and help bring the supplies back to this lodge. You're welcome to use these facilities if you need to. I'll help. I'll let you sleep here for free. Oh, you still had the mark over you, so I thought I need to go. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Hey, for the person in chat who's brought it up, like, in 3 different streams now, I think. Congratulations for your friend playing Xillia. I don't know why you keep saying in chat every time, my friend's playing it, they like the combat, but don't think the story is good. I don't care what your friend thinks the story is like, especially if they don't think it's good. I don't care. Stop sending that message in, like, every single stream, please. Come on. Face me. Oh, we don't have Zephyr now? Wait a minute. My heavy hitter is gone. Send help. I keep hitting R1 to dodge instead of R2. I have got to break that habit or we're going to end up, like, dying a lot.
There, one more. Magna Ray.
Get him with the Magna Ray. What's up, punk? Come at me. Come at me. I'm a dodging champion. You've got nothing on me. Up in the air, idiot. Dude, it is actually over, though. Okay, I'm getting back into the swing of combos. Can't touch this, by the way. I said I didn't get the super dodge that time, Brit. I tried my best. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Thank you.
Now I can let loose.
Oh, I'm gonna let loose, don't you worry. Goodbye. Hi, punk. No, you don't.
Nicely done, Xian.
I need to attack and not go immediately into Mirage there. Do this. Knock you up into the air. All right. Didn't knock you up into the air. Missed one part of that important combo. No, you don't. Can you dodge midair? No, doesn't seem like it. All right, good to know. No, you don't. Oh, she broke it. Nice. Goodbye, sucker. These creatures look like heavy hitters. Just get one of them. Yeah, we should tame a Zoogle to fight for us. Now, that would be pretty cash money. Can someone just, like, get me Rapide from Tales of Vesperia? That'll work just as well. Okay, so you should do a Tales of the Abyss playthrough again. I absolutely will. Redux Tales of the Abyss at one point or another. It is on the list, to be sure, but there are a lot of Tales of games on the list to play, so it just hasn't gotten around yet. Uh-oh.
What? They're all dead? How did this happen?
Soldiers, that's how.
Are you Iron Mask?
Yeah, I am. Dairon sent me to help. Hang in there.
I'm so glad you made it. In the bushes over there. You'll...
Hang on. Xian, do something!
It's no use. He's already dead.
Damn them! They've killed so many of us, and it's still not enough! They won't be satisfied until they've wiped us all out like pests!
He mentioned something about those bushes. We should check them.
Is this a cooking pot? But what is it doing here?
If I had to guess, he put it there to make sure a Renan wouldn't steal it.
So even though he knew he was dying, he chose to use the last of his strength to hide it, believing somebody would come for it. I guess you think it's stupid getting killed over a silly trinket, huh?
No. Clearly he risked his life for something he believed in. I would never mock someone for that. However, it will be up to us to figure out the purpose behind his dying act.
We'll make sure it wasn't in vain. If nothing else, this proves that the Renans can be outsmarted. We'll carry out your will and see it through to the end.
Then we'd better get going. We don't know when those soldiers might be back to make another sweep of the area.
Shion, are you aware that the
So
end of
this
your
is what
hair
it means
is...
to fight the Renans.
Sounds like you're kind of scared to me.
Of course I am. But if I'm gonna die one way or another, I'd rather go down fighting.
The tip of her hair was, like, glowing there. Beyond the Dawn is going to be the first ever major DLC drop for a Tales title, yeah? Major? I'd probably say major, yes. Someone in chat said Graces had the F arc, but that wasn't DLC. Tales of Graces was a game that released without the post-game epilogue in Japan only. Then they made Tales of Graces F. That's like saying Persona 5 Royal is DLC for Persona 5. It isn't. Tales of Graces F is an entirely different game that adds an entire new epilogue and post-game. So it was not DLC of any kind. There was a story DLC set after the end of the main story for Tales of Zestiria. That is the only other Tales of game that has DLC to my knowledge. I wouldn't really call it major. I would call it minor, actually. Like, it took place after the main story and all, and it was, you know, it was DLC about a character from the game, but mostly because of how much Zestiria is not liked in general, I wouldn't really call it major DLC. So it's not the first time they've added story DLC, like, to a Tales of game. It's actually the second time, but this one seems to be much larger in scope than Zestiria's was, and is also a much more liked game in general. Hello. Darn, nobody made it, huh? I'm sorry. If we'd arrived just a little sooner, we could have... Hey, these things happen. It hurts, but this is the world we live in. I'll take good care of what you brought back. It's the only way we can respect the sacrifice of those we've lost. Hey, when's Daddy coming home? Okay, well, this just got a little sad. Oh, no. That's the guy's kid. How do you know that? Not yet, sweetie. Your dad's gone away for a while, and... Don't lie to me. He's dead, isn't he? I know that whenever grown-ups look sad and say someone's gone, they always mean they're dead. The adults really need to come up with better code words. Daddy always worried, like, next time tell her that her dad went to live on a farm or something, like, at least give it a try. Daddy always warned me that this might happen one day. He told me to stay strong and be brave. So This isn't right. Poor kid shouldn't have to be dragged into our own mess. Let's report back to Nathan, then get ready to fight. Oh, Shroom, I see you also made the farm joke. We've known each other for too long. I would like to move forward that we never speak to each other ever again. Oh, dude, isn't the level up in this system in this game, like, sick? I just remembered the skill tree as soon as I saw this. You save up SP, and then you get, you unlock nodes on these circles to get new bonuses, either stat-wise or arts or etc. But also, you have to do specific things to unlock more nodes or something? I don't remember. But I remember liking it. Counter Edge. After a perfect evade or perfect guard, press R1 to trigger an immediate counterattack. Okay, Counter Edge is really good. I remember using that a lot. Titles. As you fulfill certain requirements for each of your characters' words, you'll earn titles for them. Okay, so it's very similar to Grace's, actually, and Grace's title system is really neat, which unlock arts and skills that they can then learn, making fights easier. You can view title unlock requirements from the skill panel. You can spend skill points to learn arts and skills from unlocked titles, all of which grant powerful effects, making it worth your while to spend SP early and often. The skill panel can be accessed directly by pressing right on the D-pad. If there's a skill you want to learn but just don't have the SP for yet, highlight it in the skill panel and press square. Doing so will turn on an alert that will notify you once you have enough SP to finally unlock it. Dude, Tales of Arise is such a good video game. I love it. Oh, so good. Can I, like, zoom in, though? Yeah, R1 to zoom in. Nice. Title, Rebellious Spark. Completion. And you get a completion bonus. If you master all of the nodes, then the game gives you a bonus on stats or something. We get plus 10 defense if we do all of these. Every flame of revolution begins with the spark, carrying with it the hopes and dreams of the oppressed as the fire becomes ablaze. And what's this title? Iron Mask, a masked slave with neither memories nor name, yet somehow he knows the way of the sword. Attack plus 10. Yo, Sonic Thrust, classic. Increase mid-air damage, easier perfect evading and guarding. Okay, so we get, it becomes easier to do stuff. Increases maximum AG by 1. I think I want this AG up immediately, honestly. Dodge in mid-air. Okay, we also really want that. Severing Wind, Vicious Gales that strikes enemies upward. Stardust, a hidden art that unleashes a barrage of thrusts before concluding with a dramatic slash. I, too, like Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. I do want this attack plus 10. Sonic Thrust would be nice because it's like a jump forward move. I want increased AG, though. We're going to save for increased AG. And then you only have one title at the moment. Escape Artist, a Renan on the run from her own kind. She repels her pursuers with a rifle and astral arts in pursuit of her ultimate goal. Elemental Defense up 10. Gemini Aqua for a water move. Burning Strike for a fire move. Allows you to endure an enemy attack with 1 HP remaining 1 time when taking an attack that would otherwise normally KO you. Yeah, I want that immediately. That'd be pretty cash money. Let's save up some SP for now. Is Graces good? Yeah, Tales of Graces is really good. One of my favorite Tales of games. Probably like my 5th or 6th favorite game, which means a lot coming from my favorite game franchise. If I could only have one franchise of games in my life, it would be the Tales of franchise, easily. That being said, there are some Tales of games...
Skeptical.
Don't interrupt me. There's some Tales of games I don't like, but I like the majority of them, and I love a lot of them. You must have gone through the Sandinus Ravine to get here, right? Is that Zoogle still out there? Big guy, looks like an insect with wings, has scythe for arms. Right. Yeah, he's like level 43. That's none of my business. Yeah, we saw it. Looked big and pretty tough to boot. That's the one. It's hard to feel safe knowing it's still out there. I'd really like to see it get its comeuppance one of these days. Especially since the people that deliver that comeuppance are going to enjoy a pretty mighty payday on account of all the materials they'll earn. Oh yeah? Yep, Zoogle materials are imbued with astral energy, so the stronger they are, the more energy their materials contain. We could use them to make new weapons and stand up to the Rena a little better, even with our astral art handicap. With the odd stray, I can usually gather a few people and get the materials myself, but something that big's bound to be beyond my capabilities, if only there was a good way to beat it. Yeah, we're not strong enough yet. Hate to turn you down, but I think something like that would be too much to handle right now. I understand. I don't want you folks to do anything you don't feel comfortable with. Yeah, I'll be back when I'm, like, at least level 35. It's level 43. We need to be at least close to 40 before trying that. Yo, what's crack-a-lackin', my dude? What's up? Wait, talk to Zephyr first. The other members and I are going to devise our plan of attack. I have to let them know that I intend to make you guys the centerpiece of the whole operation. You're not only new here, you don't remember much at all, right? If you got any questions, lay them out and see what I can tell you. What's the group's goal? Ideally, we'd like to drive out the Renans, but as I'm sure you know, they've got us more than a little outgunned. For now, we're mostly waiting for a chance to strike as we sabotage what we can, gather intel, and help other slaves along the way. Although apparently our big chance is right around the corner if Zephyr and the rest are to be believed. How do Renans fight? The Bright Eyes wear those huge armored suits and fight using astral arts and sicking their Zoogles on people. You're dead meat if you try to take them head on, so we have to fight using greater numbers and by taking advantage of the terrain. Most of us aren't like Zephyr. We can't take them alone one-on-one like him, unfortunately. That's why we're so glad to have you two on board with us. We could use all the help we can get. Anything else you want to ask about? What are we doing in Ulzebek? Ulzebek is one of the enclaves where Dahnan slaves live. It's mostly responsible for producing food. Bright Eyes don't have any outposts here and hardly come through on patrol, which is what made us decide to set up shop here. In exchange for agreeing to keep quiet about our whole presence, we give out supplies to the residents and help them with their needs. Also doesn't hurt that nobody's a fan of the Bright Eyes either, though. What can you tell me about the Renans? The big planet in the sky is their homeworld, Rena, while the smaller object is Lenegus, their stronghold and where the Bright Eyes come from. Oh, and about that name, we call them Bright Eyes because their eyes light up whenever they use their astral arts. Pretty simple, right? Likewise, they love to call us embeddeds, since we're all embedded with the spirit core as soon as we're born. But when someone joins the Crimson Crows, they dig theirs out. It's our way of showing we're not slaves to anybody any longer. The big shots Renans in charge, the Lords, they wear different outfits from the rest. They're made of weird fabric and stick out like a sore thumb. What are Zoogles? Zoogles are the monsters you often see tagging along with Bright Eyes. I couldn't tell you how many different kinds there are, but I do know they're all nasty and dangerous. There are also feral ones you'll find wandering around outside. Most of those escaped from their keepers. We call them strays. And astral arts. It's what the Bright Eyes refer to the powers that they use. They're basically like a kind of magic. Dahnans can't use astral arts for themselves, which makes Renans as much of a pain to deal with as their Zoogle pets. All right, thank you. Good stuff. Guys, have you ranked every Tales game? No, because I haven't played every Tales game. I have yet to play all of them. Recommend trying to make use of the flag mechanic to keep track of what you're saving for next. If I remember right, in the first playthrough, you often got new titles and completely forgot what you were saving up for. I mean, that's fine. I'll spin upgrade. What is this noise? Hello? Is someone playing Super Mario up here? Oh, you know what? It's the stupid owls, isn't it? Because you're supposed to find a bunch of owls in this game to get a trophy and rewards? Where are you? Yeah, you. I didn't think that you guys started yet. I thought you couldn't find owls until later in the game when Rinwell joins. Yeah, hello. Oh, thanks for the rabbit ears, dude. All right, peace out.
That's an unusual bird.
It's an owl. They're often used as a symbol to represent ancient Dahna.
Dahnan owls. I thought that that didn't start until after you met Rinwell. Because she has Hoodle. Anyways. I'll use the flagging mechanic if I want to.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Yeah, not every little thing. But also, you know, I kind of like to let it ride, to be honest. What will be, as Zello says.
You're back, huh? Sounds like it was a real ordeal out there. Much as I hate to admit it, there aren't many of us who can take on those Renan armored soldiers. All we can do is make sure we remember those who sacrificed their lives for the cause.
Yeah, they won't be forgotten.
Glad to hear it. Now, what was that favor you wanted to ask me?
Oh, right. Well, you see...
So then, you're wondering if I know of any places where you can find Renan equipment, huh? Anywhere with those damn Bright Eyes is gonna have tight security, of course. You can't just go carelessly poking around. Unless... Across the wilderness outside Ulzebek, you'll find the Fagan ruins. There's some kind of old Renan castle out there. What with it being impenetrable, I forgot. But with a Renan tagging along, who knows? Maybe you can find some way in. You ask me, though, it's a lot of trouble for some Renan rags. If I were you, I'd get comfortable with Dahnan garbs.
Those look like the ruins. Let's move.
Are we really going in there?
Yes, now let's move.
Sorry, I was responding to something on Discord really quickly while he was talking. Renan technology?
Hey, Shion, where does your gun come from?
What do you mean, where does it come from?
When you're fighting, it looks like it just appears out of nowhere.
Oh, that's transferal technology. When I don't need my weapon, I submerge it in empty space. And when I do, I summon it. Make sense?
Not really, but it sounds pretty amazing.
Huh?
Well, that way you don't have to carry around any heavy weapons or worry about enemies trying to steal them, right? It's a pretty cool invention.
You realize you're praising the technology of your enemies, right?
So, technology is technology. It's not good or bad in and of itself.
I guess that's true.
Yo, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I love how the game is like, oh, instead of the usual anime thing where it's like, oh, they just make it appear because we need them to. It's like, yeah, it's like actual technology that just makes stuff, you know, appear whenever we need it. It's just that simple. It's just that easy. All right, well, I wanted to see on the map if I could spot any other little quest things other than this, but I do not see any. And thus, we will go on to these dang old ruins. Which way do I go for that? This way. The music is so ominous. I think this is the way to go.